about anaerobic digestion and also biogas production introduction. Okay, today we shall discuss about the construction of biogas plants. Construction of biogas plants. It is a brick and cement structure with the following 5 sections. You can observe 5 sections. The mixing tank. This is a mixing tank. And second is a digester tank. This is a digester tank. And gas holder or dome. Gas holder or dome. This is inlet chamber and outlet chamber. Inlet chamber, this one is pipe. It is like a pipe, inlet pipe and outlet pipe, and this is the outlet chamber and this is the inlet chamber. Okay, one by one we shall discuss. First, mixing tank. In mixing tank, the water and cattle dung. Okay, what they do in mixing tank means the water and cattle dung are mixed in equal proportion to form the slurry. Okay, how they will prepare slurry means water and cattle dung equal proportion. Okay, they will take the equal proportion of water and cattle dung and it is mixed to form a slurry. Slurry, you can see here inlet chamber. Okay, next is the inlet chamber. The cow dung slurry is supplied to the digester tank via inlet chamber. Okay, how it will go to digester? It will go to digester through inlet chamber and inlet pipe. Okay, it is made at the ground level for easy inlet of the slurry, made of bricks, cement and sand. Okay, it is made of bricks, cement and sand. The outlet wall of the inlet chamber is made inclined so that slurry easily flows into the digester. They have made slope. Okay, you can observe here. Inclined means cross. Okay, it is inclined so that slurry will flow easily into the digester tank. Next is a digester tank. After slurry goes to the digester tank, what is the next? The most important part of any biogas plant where all the important chemical process takes place. Digester tank. Okay, a deep underground well-like structure of cylindrical shape made up of brick, cement and sand built on a solid foundation. It is divided into 2 chambers by partial wall in between. Okay, you can observe here it is a divided into 2 chambers. Here one chamber, this is the second chamber. Middle there is a separator or wall. Okay, partial wall in between them. Okay, also it is a digester tank is also called as fermentation tank. Here, 2 long pipes are used, that is inlet pipe opening into a inlet chamber for slurry input to digester and outlet pipe opening into the outlet chamber for the removal of used slurry from the tank. What they are saying, inlet pipe is used to get the slurry. Okay, slurry will flow to the digester. And outlet pipe is outlet chamber it will flow whatever the waste as slurry will remove a removal of used slurry. Okay, after burning or after the digester process, used slurry is when gone through the outlet pipe and it will go to the outlet chamber. Okay, next is a dome or gas holder. Here the hemispherical top portion of the digester is called dome. This you can observe here, this portion is called dome. The biogas formed after anaerobic digestion in the digester gets collected in the dome. After the that is the digester process, whatever the output we get collected in the dome. It can be either fixed or floating type. In next classes we shall discuss the types of biogas. Okay, a fixed and floating type. Next, here cement and bricks are used in the construction of fixed dome and is made approximately at the ground level. For floating type, an inverted steel drum resting on the digester above the ground surface is used. The drum floats over the digester and moves up and down with a biogas pressure. You can see the here dome gas outlet. Okay, the drum floats over the digester, moves up and down with a biogas pressure. Outlet chamber, this is the outlet chamber. The digested slurry from the biogas plant is removed through the outlet chamber. The opening of the outlet chamber is at the ground level. Okay, next is a gas outlet pipe and valve. Gas outlet pipe and valve. The gas holder has an outlet at the top which could be connected to gas stove for cooking or gas lighting purpose. This is the valve we can observe, I think. Okay, this is the gas outlet. We can on like this. We can gas holder. We can control. Okay. We can control and it can be connected to stoves for cooking or gas lighting purpose. Flow of the gas from the dome via gas pipe. This is a gas pipe. Okay, this is a gas pipe. Can be controlled by a valve. Okay, this can be controlled by a valve. Whether we want much, that is more gas or a small amount of gas, like that. Okay, we can control through valve. Next is a foundation forms the base of the digester, provides stability and should be able to sustain the full load of slurry filled in it. The ground base, you can observe, I think this is the foundation. Okay. Next is the working of biogas plants. Cattle dung and water are mixed together thoroughly in equal proportion. That is, if you take in the ratio 1:1, that means equal proportion. Okay, cattle dung and water, it is mixed thoroughly in equal proportion to form a slurry in the mixing tank. Okay, then this slurry is poured into the digester via inlet chamber. Okay, we have already seen in the construction, right? This slurry is poured into the digester via inlet chamber up to the cylindrical portion level of the digester. The fermentation of slurry starts in the digester tank, and after completion of different anaerobic digestion process, drying, okay, there were different process of anaerobic digestion process. Okay, we have already discussed about that. Stages of anaerobic digestion: hydrolysis, acetogenesis, methanogenesis, or we can say drying, like that. Okay, there will be a different anaerobic digestion process. That after completion of different digestion process, biogas is formed, output. Okay, the gas continuously produced in a digester tank. It is accumulated at the top of the digester in the dome or gas holder. We have already discussed, right, in construction. Whatever the digester tank output, gas continuously it is produced. It is stored at the top of the digester in the dome or a gas holder. The outlet gas valve remains closed. Okay, outlet gas valve, if you observe, this will be closed. Okay, this will be closed valve. So, and hence the accumulated biogas in the dome exerts pressure on the slurry, which starts moving in the inlet and outlet chamber, due to which the level of slurry drops in the digester. What they are saying is, the accumulated water stored in the dome exerts a pressure. Okay, it will be a heavy pressure on the slurry stored in the digester part. Okay, which is starting moving in the inlet and outlet chamber, due to that the level of slurry drops in the digester and increases in the outlet chamber. This process continues till the slurry reaches to highest possible level in the inlet and outlet chamber because of increased gas pressure. Okay, it will create a gas pressure. This will create a gas pressure and it will move up and down and it will go to inlet and outlet chamber. This process is continued. Okay, this process will continue till the slurry reaches to highest possible level in the inlet and also the outlet chamber. Because of what? Because of increased gas pressure. If the gas valve is still kept closed, the biogas will further get accumulated in the dome. If we close the still after this process also, if we close the valve, that is if we close this valve, then what happens? They are saying that if we still kept closed, the biogas will further get the biogas still whatever the output from the digester will stored in the dome and develop a high pressure. Okay, and it will create a high pressure enough in the gas and it will start escaping through the inlet and outlet chambers to the atmosphere. The biogas creates bubbles in the slurry in inlet and outlet chamber during its escape, and froth is also formed. Increase in the volume of slurry, that means size, or the in the digester after this process, that is what we can say, high pressure increases, then the volume of the increase in the volume of slurry in the inlet and also outlet chambers helps to calculate the amount of biogas generated within the digester. Okay, an increase in the volume of slurry, how it is helpful means it is we can calculate the amount of biogas generated within the digester. Okay, gas pipe valve can be opened partially, and that is partly or fully, to provide biogas for different applications. What they are saying is gas pipe valve can be opened partly or fully, okay, to provide a gas for different biogas for different applications. Under these situations, slurry level in the digester increases while the level in inlet and outlet chamber reduces. What they are saying is, under this situation, if the gas pipe valve is open, under this situation, slurry level in the digester will increase while the level in inlet and outlet chamber reduces. When the gas is being taken out from the gas outlet at the top of the dome, the gas is being taken out from the gas outlet at the top of the dome, the slurry from the outlet chamber is removed and equivalent amount of fresh slurry is injected into the digester to continue the process of fermentation and the formation of biogas. How much amount outlet, for example, if it is by example, okay, we are giving input 5, okay, we are giving input 5 for digester, then if the in digester from digester we will take out 5, okay, like that. How much amount we are putting into the digester, that much amount we are taking out from the digester. When the gas is being taken out from the gas outlet at the top of the dome, the slurry from the outlet chamber is removed and equivalent amount of fresh slurry. How much amount, that is outlet chamber is removed, slurry from the outlet chamber is removed and equivalent amount of fresh slurry is injected or injected into the digester to continue the process of fermentation and to form the formation of biogas. Therefore, more is the biogas required, more continuous will be the fresh slurry of cow dung and water required. The size of the digester tank also decides the amount of gas that can be generated by the biogas plant. This is the working of biogas plant. Okay. Next is the benefits of biogas. What are the benefits? We have discussed about the that is biogas production and also stages of biogas and also how working of biogas, and also we have discussed about construction. What are the benefits? Okay, production of energy. Production of energy, it may be a heat, light, electricity. The net calorific value depends on the efficiency of the burners or appliances. It replaces the conventional and traditional cooking. You can observe nowadays we are using a gas, that is a electric gas, that is a, it may be a HP gas and LPG, it may be a Indian, so many gases. Okay, there are different companies, their production gases. Okay, we are using the conventional cooking, and before days we used to cook on somewhat by using a wood. Okay, that is a traditional cooking. So it replaces the conventional and traditional cooking and heating fuels. And eating fuels nothing but eating a wood, or it may be a rubber, somewhat. Okay, heating fuels, and therefore permits the conservation of energy and fuels. Okay, the small and medium sized units are generally used for providing gas for cooking and lighting purpose. The large units, small amount of units, small and medium sized units are used for providing gas for cooking and lighting purpose. Okay, large units, that is units nothing but output, what we get from the biogas output. Okay, large units produce this gas in large quantities, and it can be used for power engines and generators for mechanical work or power generation. Next is the transformation of organic waste into a high quality organic fertilizer. We have already came to know about from biomass output we can use for organic fertilizer, agricultural fertilizer. That is, a biogas plant is considered as a perfect fertilizer making machine. It has been analyzed that fertilizer which comes out from a biogas plant contains a 3 times more nitrogen than the best compost made through open air digestion. Okay, biogas, what we get output from the biogas, which contains a 3 times more nitrogen, okay, than best compost made through open air digestion process. The biogas plant does not make extra nitrogen. What they are saying is biogas will not make a extra nitrogen, or it will not create a nitrogen. It only preserves that is already there. Okay, it will be in the manure, it will just preserve that is already there. Next is the health benefits of biogas and the improvement of hygienic conditions. Significant health benefits are achieved by the use of pure biogas. It has been found that non-biogas users have more respiratory disease than those who use a biogas plants. The improvement in hygienic cooking on biogas also has economic benefits, and cooking on biogas can have an effect on nutritional patterns too. It increases cooked food digestibility. What they are saying is, what we cook on gas, that is a stove, it can be digested easily. Okay, food can be digested easily. Okay, and improvement in cooking, it has also economic benefits. Next, reduction of workload, mainly for women, in firewood collection and cooking. We can say even though gas many people are using, but some people, poor people, will use firewood collection, and they cook on that only. Okay, time and human labor energy is greatly reduced in if you want to cook on by collecting firewood, means we should search and we should collect and we should carry the firewood home from long distance places, and we should cleaning of cooking equipments. It will take lot of time. Okay, cleaning of cooking equipments which we made on the firewood. Okay, That will take a lot of time. Okay, cleaning of cooking equipments and utensils, nothing but home. That is what for cooking. What are the instrument? What are the equipments we use? Okay. But home remains free from smoke and dust, and more hygienic conditions are maintained. If we use a gas, it will be free from smoke and also dust. Okay, and it will look like a hygienic. It is a good. Okay, and the space required for keeping firewood materials also minimized. Okay, which if we collect the firewood for 1 year or 2 months, 1 year we cannot store. Okay, for 2 months or 1 month, if we need a space to keep the firewood collection, right? Wood collection. So the space required for keeping firewood materials is also minimized. Next, benefits of biogas. Environmental advantages through protection of forest, soil, water and air. Here, a biogas plant directly saves the use of forest wood and forest residues and helps in deforestation. And next is a biogas could increasingly replace firewood as a source of energy. Biogas yields more and better fertilizer. More fodder becomes available for domestic animals. It can lessen the danger of soil erosion attributed to overgrazing. What they are saying, if we use gas, then we can deforestation will be reduced. It helps in a deforestation. Okay, plants will be saved, and for animals also it will be helpful. Okay, and that can be whatever it biogas output can be used for fertilizer, and it will replace a firewood as a source of energy. Okay, next is the global environmental benefits of biogas technology. Biogas is a renewable source of energy which has an important climatic effects. Capturing uncontrolled methane emissions significantly, it reduces the global warming. These are the benefits of biogas. In next class, we shall discuss about the types of biogas plants. That is the fixed dome type and floating dome types. We shall discuss working and advantages, and also we shall discuss with the types of again fixed dome type and floating dome type. Okay.